Hello. My name is Jim Greenwood, and this is my wife, Kathy. And her most endearing quality is her compassion.
My name is Kathy Greenwood, and this is my husband, Jim, and his most endearing quality is his loyalty.
Steve? Oh, yeah. My name is Steve Povich. This is my wife, Diane. Her most endearing quality is her enthusiasm.
My name is Diane Povich, and this is my husband, Steve. And his most endearing quality is his sense of fun.
My name's Father Bob Perino.
And his most endearing quality is his joy and his patience for putting up with us here shaking in our boots.
Yeah, you think I'm not, eh? Okay, let's start over here. We're going to go around the room. I'll ask you to introduce yourselves and then tell us what your spouse's most endearing quality is.
My name is Benjamin Higgs, and this is my wife, Jenny, and her most endearing quality is her pleasant personality.
And my name is Virginia Higgs, and this is my husband, Benjamin. And his most endearing quality is his sympathy when I've had a rough day with 32 sixth graders.
My name is Tom Brady, and this is my wife, Janet. And her most endearing quality is her ability to cope with me.
My name is Janet Brady. This is my husband, Tom. His most endearing quality is his willingness to listen.
I'm Barb Sheehan, and this is my husband,
I thought you said there wasn't going to be any of this group encounter jazz.
That's what Marge told me. I'm sorry.
I'm Tom Sheehan, and this is my wife, Barb.
Marriage Encounter is a crash course in a technique of communication that will help you to know and to love each other more. Jim?
Let's review again the way we'll work after this session. First, there'll be a presentation given by one of the team couples and Father Bob. And then you'll be given a question, and after thinking about it, you'll write your answer in your notebook, and only your spouse will read what you've written.
Finally, we'll ask you to dialogue in the privacy of your motel room.
Tell him what dialogue is.
Oh, dialogue, that's the word we use for sharing feelings about what you wrote.
And then we'll signal you by one ring on the phone when it is time to come back here to the conference room.
And please, try to be honest. I know, for me, on my weekend, it was very tough at first.
We have two questions for you. Why did you come here this weekend? And what did you hope to gain?
Oh, yeah, and don't write what you think your spouse wants to hear. Just tell it like it is.
Everybody got the questions? Wives to your rooms, husbands stay here.
I find it difficult to talk to Tom. He spends so much time at work. I begin to wonder if Cindy and Tommy will ever get to know him. I'm not sure I do. What do I hope to gain? A better question. What happened to those two starry-eyed kids who swore they'd always be in love?
Please. Said we were going to do all weekend? Write and talk?
Honey.
I would have taken you up to the lake and had some real time together instead of this hothouse togetherness. Now, what is this, Jan? You have a happy marriage. This is for couples in trouble.
Well, this is for happy marriages. Didn't you listen to Chuck? It's the whole point. You know, you're not doing it right, hon. You're supposed to come in without comment, hand each other our notebooks, read, and then discuss.
5 slaps, unnecessary talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Honey, there's a couple next door.
All right, we'll read. I came because my wife sicked our friend Chuck onto me and I got mousetrapped. And it was easier to agree to go than to keep arguing about it. I really don't know what I expect to gain from it. Maybe a happier wife and a little peace. A pun not intended, honest. The man said to be honest.
I did not mousetrap you.
Jan, it's a joke.
You said you were going to be open to whatever happened this weekend?
I am.
Look, if you resent being here so much, let's just go home right now.
Hey, I'm sorry.
No, I've had it.
Ah, Saved by the Bell.
Everything's a joke to you.
Well, what's wrong with that? Okay, look, I'm sorry. From here on out, I'll be as serious as you are, okay? Jan, if I thought you really had a problem...
You'd lace up your Nikes and run a mile. No, make that 5 miles.
Is that what you really think of me?
No.
So? What do you think
You're
of me?
just a big, lovable teddy bear who works too hard. Come on, I really do want this to be a beautiful new beginning for both of us, okay?
Come on.
All right, let's go.
Come on, let's go, yes.
No,
Come on,
honey,
let's
no,
go,
let's go back. Let's go back. Come on. Let's go now, we're gonna be late.
I remember feeling that Diane had trapped me into being here, you know. Well, it's true, yeah. Well, I figured, what could these couples know anyhow? Well, they're not professionals. And we had a good marriage. Well, anyway, I felt smug and self-satisfied.
Just as I felt uptight and even scared. And all shivery inside, mainly because of what I sensed was Steve's first reaction.
You see, Steve and Diane are talking about their feelings. Their feelings are a big part of what we are. Feelings have no morality. They're neither right nor wrong. They just are. It's when we act out our feelings, when we throw the dish, or we throw the punch. That's not okay, okay?
Honey? Thanks for what you wrote on that question. That made me really think about us. And that guy, Steve, you know, he looks like a real stud. And yet he was really able to say, you know, how he felt about his wife. His closest friend. Hey, you know how long it's been since we've been together, alone? Just the two of us?
Tommy, if you knew what kind of a day I had getting the children squared away with Marge and doing that last-minute PTA meeting and packing us all up, you know, I'm wiped out.
Yeah, sure.
Now, this is the I phase of our weekend. There'll be no exchange of notebooks on this. You'll be writing only for yourself. So here's a chance. Maybe for the first time in a long time, to take a really good look at yourself.
I wear the mask of the masculine guy. I have to be in control of my emotions. I can't let myself show any weakness because I want people to think I have it all together. But is it because I fear failure and rejection that I wear this mask? I remember my first day at school when I was a little boy. We were new to the area, and I didn't know a single person. I was scared. Really scared.
What are the masks I wear? Oh, when Kathy said she was Mrs. Absolutely Right, I did feel a teeny little twinge of recognition there, but I don't think that's me, no, not by choice. I honestly don't think I wear any masks at all. I just do what has to be done. If Tom doesn't get too involved with the children because he's out jogging or late at the office, then somebody has to do something. Someone has to step in and be both mother and father. Yes. What's the matter?
Nothing.
What are you doing here? We're not supposed to dialogue this time. This is an encounter with self.
Just had to get out of that room.
Did you write anything?
Yeah. Maybe too much.
Hey, something is wrong. You want to talk about it?
Look, you're the one who's always going on about obeying rules. Now, this is between me and this notebook, okay?
We only think we don't have training for marriage.
Actually, the world trains us.
A man's role is to be a good provider.
Marriage is a 50-50 proposition.
Big boys don't cry.
Man is the mind, woman is the heart.
Part of a marriage. Women are more perceptive and sensitive than men.
Oh, that's true.
Anyway, with attitudes like these, is it any wonder that we live as married singles, leading separate and independent lives under the same roof?
Is there any wonder that disillusionment creeps in? You know, those petty irritations? Him, he always leaves his socks on the floor. Crazy.
She squeezes the toothpaste from the top of the tube.
Feeling alone much of the time and too afraid to talk about it.
See, Jim and Kathy were living through the 3 stages of love. First romance, then disillusionment, then true joy.
Why does romance have to fade and disillusionment creep in? It's because we think of love as a feeling.
But it's much more than that. Love is a decision.
You see, I don't have to wait till I feel loving, or things get better, or Jimmy apologizes. I can make that decision to love anytime it's up to me.
Okay, time to give a gift to each other. This is called the love letter.
Oh, hi. For somebody who had so much trouble beginning, you sure got a hot pen, as Kathy calls it.
No talking. Just hand it over.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's crazy, but when I read that list, I almost checked off every one of the symptoms. Indifference, not enough small affection, taking you for granted. Honey, you know how tough it is for me to express feelings. Well, damn it, I am gonna try and be as good at it as you are. Love, Tom.
Okay, it's right on the nose. Everything you said is true. I have been an absentee husband and father. You know, before we came here, if you'd have said that, I would have wanted to slug you. Now,
Oh, yeah?
I just want to hug you.
Aw, this is too much. This is really beautiful. You're opening
I
up
know. It
like
feels
this.
great. I mean, I feel like I'd make Chuck Ross's enthusiasm for the weekend look like small potatoes.
You're gonna win at this one, too, huh?
What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, this is why you decided to plunge in, isn't it? You got the old competitive juices flowing.
Oh, that's a low blow.
Why is that a low blow?
Why?
Yes, why?
Because I don't even know what's happening inside me. I'm excited and maybe a little scared, and I thought that you'd be happy for me. That's all.
Tom, I know you're trying very hard to make this a good experience for me, and I'm grateful. I really am, but I think it's time we got back.
Jan, they haven't even rung us yet. Come on, please, talk to me. What's happening here? Are you glad about what's happened so far, or what? I can't read you anymore.
So you're the frustrated one, for a change.
Jan.
Look, it's fine. What I've seen so far, just terrific. I just want to get some air. Do you mind?
I was always desperate to succeed at everything. I guess because of where I came from. And when I thought, no way am I ever gonna dialogue like those team couples, I didn't even want to try it. I guess I was afraid I would fail. I spent so much of my marriage hiding my feelings, and I didn't want to share them with Steve because I was afraid he wouldn't understand, or that he would make fun of me, or think that I was a bad woman. I thought it would be easier to say, hey, Diane, don't rock the boat, and just clam up.
But God wants us to be one. To be so aware of the heart and mind of each other that, well, I hardly know where I leave off and Diane begins.
I was always afraid to tell Jim my very personal needs, and would he judge me weak, unattractive, or just be turned off? But I started to write, and the only way I could keep going was to think of Jim's gentle love.
And And that was the beginning of a new kind of freedom for us. The freedom to be ourselves.
If I give myself, will I lose myself? Now, that used to worry me a lot, but now I find the more I give myself, the more I find myself.
Tonight's the last night of your weekend, and a special opportunity to deepen your awareness and closeness through open-ended dialogue.
We urge you to take advantage of this very special evening. There'll never be another one like it.
Time's up. You know, I feel like I'm back in school when they say, finish your sentence and go back to your room.
Ladies and gentlemen, the expert.
Just an apprentice. Come on, go, finish up.
I
Shouldn't be
am
interrupting you.
all through.
Oh. Well, I'm not sure I want you to read it now.
Oh, come on, Tom. Come on, guys.
No, I feel like, you know, today I was remembering the fears I had as a kid. My big brother knocking the wind out of me when I tried playing football with the older kids. And that feeling like I couldn't breathe, like I was gonna die. Brother laughing at me, all of them laughing, saying I was a wimp and I couldn't play. The tears stung my eyes. Walking home, trying so hard not to cry. But the sobs still shaking me anyhow, because I knew I'd always be a wimp, never grow up. Now, right now, I'd just like to throw this in the wastebasket and say, forget it, doesn't matter. But it does, very much. I know that now. Well, like the man said, I have to trust you with my feelings, don't I?
Yes, you do. Doesn't matter what you wrote. We're both open now. That's what the weekend's all about, Tommy.
Amen. I'm sorry I went on like this before you read it. Broke another rule, didn't I?
No further comment.
Sweetheart, maybe my feelings start with our honeymoon. The little cabin in the woods at Big Bear. And you in my ski pajamas by the fire. The sense of fun, of joy, of being one. I felt so very close to you then. And my greatest regret is that so much of what I did in years since just helped us to drift apart. But I guess sex is the area I wanted to talk to you about today, but couldn't. Last night and how I felt when you said no. Oh, you didn't use the word. But I knew what you meant when I touched you and you sounded so sleepy. And the other times when it was a headache or you were mad at me for something and didn't feel like it, which is your right, I know that. All I'm trying to tell you is that it hurt. And the last thing I want to do is to hurt you by laying this on you, but I had to tell you. But something happened to me today that I can't even describe. And it's made me want to recapture that beautiful way we felt about each other at Big Bear. And maybe even make it better. Right now, there's a lump in my throat and love in my heart, Tom.
I never knew you felt like that. I mean, I didn't know that meant all that much to you.
Oh, Jan. I love you so much. So much. Just the last couple of years, seems like all we ever talk about anymore is the kids and the garbage.
Oh,
and the...
beautiful. That's my fault, right?
Oh, no. I'm willing to take responsibility for that.
You are killing me with the sudden nobility.
Jan, I'm not trying to be noble. I'm not trying to be anything but what I am. I love you.
Will you stop saying that? As if that erases all of my pain, the sudden love you have for me?
No, not sudden love. I've always loved you. I just didn't know how to show it.
So I'm supposed to melt because you laid this guilt trip on me with your love letter.
Hey, you know that's not true. Now, why are we doing this to each other? What's going on here?
You tell me.
Jan, please. Please, read it again. Let's start over.
Tom, I know you mean well, but I can't handle this right now. Your sudden love, the implied demand that we hop into bed and get it on, this whole structured weekend, I can't. I'm gonna explode.
Jan, you want to go home?
No, I don't. I want to go to sleep. Forget about it.
Okay. I do love you.
He who lives in love lives in God, and God in him. Every day, every married couple is called on to live these words, to experience God in your love for one another. What are all of you in God's plan? You are a sign and a symbol to the world. By your love for one another, you reveal how much God loves all his people.
When we write our love letters, whether I'm happy, tired, busy, mad at Jim, whatever, we celebrate the need to live in and for each other.
And sure, we stumble and fall apart and have to begin again, but that's the beauty of our love. The healing of hurts is a very important part of our daily dialogue.
Okay, wives, stay here. Husbands, to your rooms. Begin the greatest love letter you've ever written.
My dearest husband, right now I am so confused and afraid. And all I know is I can't go back to being the person I was before this weekend. I have spent my whole life trying to love and not really knowing how because I was always holding back, afraid to give. And I always blamed you for that. But it started long before I ever met you. And that little girl who felt so alone. I tried to be the best at everything to fill that empty, aching place in me. And I demanded that you love me. But how could you when you saw I didn't even love myself? I dreamed the impossible dream, but I didn't believe in it. I never knew you had the same dream.
Jan,
Tommy, I didn't finish that. I'd like to say it out loud if I could. I think I could show that much courage.
Jan, you're the most courageous person I know.
No, I'm not. I pretend to be strong because I don't want you to know how much I need you. Sometimes I'm so lonely, I don't even feel like you're with me, you know?
I know.
You do? And when you're mean to me, I go dead. And I let that emptiness be us, be our marriage.
Oh, Jan, if I could just wipe out the past,
No, there's no such thing. You know that. It's me. I dragged you here to this weekend because I wanted something to happen to you. I never thought anything would happen to me. Now I know you're beginning to see me and love me, and it scares me. Because you see, it's very hard for me to believe that you could love me because I'm not worthy, you know? And that's why I turned away from you on Friday night and all those other times, and why I hurt you last night. But you're so
understanding and kind and gentle to me and giving. I'm beginning to heal inside. Tommy, you remember the line from the Song of Solomon? My beloved is mine and I am his. Well, you are the reason I want to go on living. And I am yours.
Big boys don't cry, huh?
Oh, I love your tears. Oh. Oh. I feel so naked.
Just like we were born.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh. Here I go. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose this moment.
Oh, no, no, let it go. It's gone.
I love you.
It's back.
Will you help me, Tommy?
Let's help each other.
I, take you, to be my lawful wedded spouse, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do us part. Amen.